Birds suddenly flying into your house. Don't ignore these 3 spiritual signs or you'll regret it. When a bird crosses your doorstep, a sign or just a coincidence, there's a quiet kind of moment that catches you off guard. You're sipping tea in the kitchen, folding laundry, scrolling through your phone, and then it happens. A bird, unexpected and strange, flutters straight into your home. Maybe through an open window, maybe through the door you just left ajar. For a brief second, the world stills. The sound of its wings brushing the air is sharper than the hum of daily life. And in that instant, a question quietly slips in. What does this mean? For centuries, across cultures and generations, this simple event has never been taken lightly. Our ancestors didn't believe in coincidence, not when it came to nature. A bird entering your home was never just about feathers and flight. It was a whisper from the invisible, a message sent through wings, timing, and intention. Some called it a blessing, others a warning, but no one ignored it. And here's the thing, neither should you, because the moment a bird crosses your threshold, the energy in your home changes. Maybe it's trying to deliver a sign about your family, your health, your fortune, or perhaps it's carrying a nudge from the universe, asking you to pause, to pay attention, to realign with something you've been too distracted to hear. But most of us don't know how to interpret that message. Even fewer know how to respond with the awareness it calls for. So let's begin there with curiosity, not fear. What if the bird that flew into your house isn't just lost, but led? What if it chose your space, your energy, your moment in time to bring something sacred, something you're meant to notice? In this video, we'll explore 3 powerful spiritual signs that birds bring when they suddenly enter your home. Not vague superstition, but time-tested insights rooted in ancient wisdom and energy awareness. More importantly, I'll guide you on what to do next, how to welcome the good, neutralize the uncertain, and align yourself with the flow of blessings meant for you. Because sometimes the universe doesn't shout. It flutters quietly through the air, lands on your windowsill, and waits to see if you're ready to listen. Sign 1. What it means when a bird builds a nest in your home. If you've ever stepped out onto your balcony one quiet morning and noticed a small cluster of twigs nestled in a corner, maybe beneath the roof or tucked into the eaves, you might have paused. Maybe you smiled, maybe you thought, oh, how sweet, a bird's building a home. And then you carried on with your day. But what if I told you that moment was anything but ordinary? In Feng Shui and many spiritual traditions around the world, a bird choosing your home to build its nest is considered a rare and powerful sign. Birds are deeply sensitive creatures. They don't choose just any spot. They seek calm, safety, and subtle energy flows that humans can't always feel, but they can. So when a bird decides to build its nest in your space, it means something beautiful. Your home carries thriving energy. There's a sense of peace, of grounded vitality that draws them in. In Feng Shui terms, this is Wen Qi flourishing Qi, a clear sign that your household has become a place where life is safe to grow. And not just for the bird, homes where birds nest often experience joyful changes, new beginnings, peaceful relationships, financial stability, or even the blessing of a child. In the East, it's often said that when a bird builds a nest in your house, fortune is making itself comfortable. And yet, many of us overlook it. One viewer recently commented, "Thanks for the knowledge about birds. It was a simple note of gratitude, but it held something deeper, because what we're often missing isn't just the meaning, it's how to respond." So here's what you should do. First, never disturb the nest. No matter how inconvenient, no matter how fragile it looks, in many traditions, breaking a bird's nest is like cutting off a stream of incoming blessings. You don't just lose a home for the bird, you block the sacred flow of energy that was trying to reach you. Second, support the energy. Light a gentle incense in the home to anchor peace. Say a silent blessing or affirmation, such as, "May this home be a sanctuary for all lives who enter." Some Feng Shui practitioners place a small ceramic bird ornament or a wooden wind chime nearby to honor the nest and amplify its harmony. Finally, observe what direction is the nest facing. In traditional Feng Shui, a nest in the east invites growth and health. In the south, recognition and clarity. West can signify joy and completion. North often points to deep transformation or career blessings. Each direction holds its own language, one that speaks in symbols, not noise. So if you've ever looked out and seen a tiny nest forming outside your window, know this: something good has already arrived. The nest is just the sign you were waiting for. Let it stay. Let it bless. Sign 2. When a bird flies in and leaves a gift behind. Let's say you're sitting in your living room, the window's open, a bird, perhaps a dove, a sparrow, something small and fast, swoops inside, flutters around the room in a little panic, and then, as quickly as it came, it finds its way out. You breathe a sigh of relief until you notice what it left behind, right there on the table, or maybe on your shoulder, or worse, on your head. Most people react the same way: disgust, annoyance, maybe even a little bad mood that lingers for hours. But here's the thing: in many ancient cultures, what just happened to you might be a rare kind of blessing. Yes, really. In both Eastern and Western folk beliefs, bird droppings, especially when they land on you unexpectedly, are considered symbols of sudden good fortune. Purple Garden, a well-known spiritual resource, explains this phenomenon as an energy shift from the spiritual plane. Birdspot, a British folklore database, goes even further, suggesting that such moments symbolize heaven's abundance in earthly disguise. It's easy to miss the beauty when it doesn't look beautiful, but that's the point. Spiritual signs often arrive not with gold dust or sunshine, but in small, strange packages that ask us to pause and look deeper. So what should you do if this happens? Start by shifting your mindset. Instead of reacting with anger, take a deep breath and smile. You've just been tapped on the shoulder by the universe. Say something simple like, "I receive this gift with grace. May it bring abundance, joy, and ease." This kind of spoken affirmation shifts the energy from resistance to acceptance, and that small shift can unlock powerful changes. Next, clean the area gently, not frantically. Use a natural cleansing method if possible. Some people burn sandalwood or palo santo. Others wipe down the space with infused water like mugwort or pomelo leaf, long used in spiritual cleansing. As you clean, hold the intention not just to clear the mess, but to welcome the message. This isn't just about removing a physical mark, it's about honoring the invisible energy that arrived with it. And don't forget to close your eyes for a moment, hands gently clasped, and whisper a quiet "thank you," because the universe just sent you a moment that could change everything if you're open to receiving it. Sign 3. When a bird flies in and dies inside your home. No one expects this to happen, and when it does, it shakes you deeply. Maybe the bird flew in, fluttering in confusion. You tried to guide it gently, but before you knew it, it was still gone, right there in your living room or near your window. Or, as one viewer shared, in the sacred stillness of their altar space, "I felt shocked when a bird died in my altar room," she wrote. And truly, how could you not? Because in every culture, death carries a weight, and when it enters your home, even in the form of a small, feathered creature, the emotions that rise are real. Fear, sorrow, unease. Is it a sign of bad luck? Is something terrible about to happen? But here's what I want you to know. Not every message that feels heavy is meant to hurt you. Sometimes the darkness arrives to teach us how to cleanse the light. In Feng Shui, the sudden death of a bird indoors is often linked to energy blockage. It's said to indicate a kind of trapped qi, an emotional or spiritual weight that has gone unnoticed for too long. The home, like the body, breathes. And when the breath gets stuck, something eventually gives way. Spiritually, some traditions believe that the bird, as a messenger from another realm, may have absorbed or intercepted an energy meant for you. In this way, its passing is not just a warning, but a form of protection, a wake-up call to cleanse, to shift, to honor both what has been lost and what is still within your power to change. So what should you do? First, resist the urge to panic or to touch the bird with bare hands. If possible, use gloves or a cloth to gently carry the bird outside. Dig a small hole in the earth, ideally beneath a tree or flowering plant, and return its body to the soil. As you, though, light a white candle, let it burn as a symbol of release, of reverence, of light returning where shadow once lingered. You can say something like, "May this soul find peace," May this home be cleansed of all that no longer serves. I welcome in light, harmony, and protection. Afterward, clear your space energetically, burn sage or sandalwood, open the windows wide. Even if just for a moment, allow the air to shift. You may wish to place a bowl of salt water near the entrance overnight to absorb any residual emotional heaviness. And most importantly, breathe, sit in meditation, even for 5 minutes. Visualize light pouring through every room in your home, illuminating forgotten corners. Let this not be a moment of fear, but a turning point, a sacred invitation to awaken to what your home has been holding and to set it free. Because sometimes, even in death, there is a doorway to renewal. The wrong reaction. Are you unknowingly blocking your own blessings? It usually starts with surprise, sometimes even fear. A bird suddenly flutters into your home, wings frantic, knocking into windows or circling overhead, and before you know it, instinct takes over. You grab a broom, you yell, maybe you slam the doors or rush to trap it inside a room. But here's the truth, those first reactions, though entirely human, can cause more harm than you think, not just to the bird, but to the subtle energy in your home. According to ancient Feng Shui and echoed by many spiritual traditions, a bird's arrival isn't random. It's a carrier of energy, sometimes fortune, sometimes warning, always intention. And how we respond shapes the outcome. So when we chase the bird with panic, shout in frustration, or slam the doors shut, we're not just pushing away a physical creature, we're symbolically rejecting the message it came to deliver. More than that, these reactions fracture the energy flow in the space. It's like closing your heart in the exact moment it needed to open. Instead, we are invited to pause. If a bird enters your home, try something different. Take a breath, slow and intentional. Open wide a window or door, not with urgency, but with welcome. Speak gently or silently repeat an affirmation like, "May this moment bring harmony and grace to all beings involved." You can even hum softly or play calm instrumental music to shift the energy field, and if the bird takes time to leave, observe it. Its movements might feel chaotic, but they carry clues about the energy in your home, or perhaps in yourself. Let it fly out in its own time, as long as it's safe. Sometimes, letting go of control is the lesson. Once the bird has gone, you can reinforce the space's energy through symbolic decor, according to Feng Shui. Incorporating bird imagery into your home decor not only uplifts the energy, but invites long-term harmony. A pair of magpies placed in the southwest corner can enhance love and partnership energy. A small sparrow figurine in the east can symbolize new beginnings. Crane imagery, especially in paintings or embroidery, brings longevity and grace. The key here is not to manipulate the sign, but to work with it to create an energetic dialogue between you, your home, and the natural world. Because when we stop reacting with fear and start responding with presence, even the smallest winged visitor becomes a messenger of great transformation. Turning a bird's visit into a blessing, a step-by-step guide. When a bird enters your home, it brings more than wings and feathers. It carries a moment to pause in your routine, a ripple in your energy field, and what you do in that moment makes all the difference. Rather than reacting in fear or confusion, what if you met the experience with awareness? What if, instead of rushing to fix it, you allowed yourself to engage with it consciously, gently, like a sacred ritual? Let's walk through it, step by step. Step 1. Open the space. Quietly open a door or a window without sudden movements. You're not forcing the bird out. You're inviting the energy to find its own flow. Think of it as opening the path for blessings to come in and move freely through your home. Step 2. Still yourself first. Before you try to guide the bird, take one deep breath, then another. Your calm is the foundation for everything. The calmer you are, the more the energy around you settles. The bird responds not just to your actions, but to your presence. Step 3. Create a clear path. Gently clear the area of obstacles, furniture, curtains, distractions. Let the bird see the way out. This isn't just for the animal, it's symbolic of something larger, your willingness to release resistance and create space for transformation. Step 4. Speak a blessing. Whisper a mantra or affirmation to stabilize your energy. You might say, I welcome blessings in all forms. This space is open to peace, protection, and joy. If you feel called, repeat the sacred chant Om Mani Padme Hum, the ancient Tibetan mantra of compassion and purification. Let the sound carry your intention. Step 5. Cleanse the energy. Once the bird has left, it's time to reset the space. Burn gentle incense, sandalwood, or lavender work beautifully. Wipe down surfaces with blessed water, a mix of clean water, a pinch of salt, and a few drops of essential oil or herbal infusion. As you move through the home, imagine light pouring into every corner. You're not just cleaning, you're reclaiming harmony. In that quiet after moment, take a pause. Let your body feel what just happened. You were present. You acted with love. You honored life in its unexpected form. And if you'd like to carry that energy even further, consider placing a symbolic image of a bird in your home, not just as decor, but as an anchor of intention. A hummingbird invites joy and resilience. An owl symbolizes wisdom and protection. A magpie pair enhances love and connection. A dove offers peace. A crane brings longevity and grace. Imagine an infographic unfolding on screen here, showing each bird and what it represents, not as superstition, but as living symbols, reminders that your home is part of a greater story, one that includes nature, spirit, and the unseen threads that connect us all. In the end, it's not the bird that decides your fortune, it's how you meet the moment with fear or with grace. And grace, my friend, is always an open door. Listen deeply so you don't miss the universe's whisper. As we come to the close of this sacred exploration, take a breath and recall the signs we've walked through together. A bird building a nest in your home, a quiet testimony to your peaceful energy and the life it attracts. A bird that enters, leaves a trace, and vanishes, an unexpected blessing disguised in feathers and surprise. And a bird whose life ends within your space, not as a punishment, but as a powerful call to cleanse, to awaken, and to begin again. These are not just stories, they're mirrors. The universe doesn't always speak in thunder. More often, it speaks in wings. If you've made it this far, it means your heart is open. You're listening not just to the words, but to the energy that lives beneath them, and that is where real change begins. So, I leave you with this gentle reminder. You don't need to chase signs or fear them. Simply be present, be aware, and let even the smallest moment hold meaning. If this video touched you, I invite you to affirm your alignment with the universe by writing in the comments, "I am always protected and guided by the universe at exactly the right time." Let those words anchor you. And if you'd like to continue this journey of energy, of awareness, of awakening, subscribe, follow, and share this video with someone who needs it. Because when we grow together, the light multiplies. After all, what seems like just a flutter of wings might be the very thing that stirs your destiny.